Just real quick, just because I got asked to make this video. All right, so there is one here that's like basically free. If I were to choose like which one to get here, I'd say like probably would not get these. These are good, by the way. These are not bad. So if you really want feathers, you're in dire need of feathers, I would get these. But I would probably get this just because this one translates directly to Zenny. So I'd probably choose this for that. This one right here, you don't get a lot of value from auto gathering scroll because it's so buggy. You're probably better off going fishing. This one right here, speedy candy, definitely makes your life a lot easier, especially with this like upcoming event with increased CT. I think like speedy candy would actually save you a lot of time. So this is how I would buy mine. Let's go ahead and confirm that. Buy that. Oh, favorite card. There you go. Magic attack +2. I can deposit that one. Anniversary blessing gift. Ooh, this one. So this one is 5 tickets, right? So each gacha ticket is usually like what, 120. So this is probably like 600. Yeah, 600. This one super pack coupon 5 summons is like 500. So this is already a lot more value. Ultra rare card coupon. This one is 400. So this is 400 value. This is 500. This is 600. If you're trying to collect gacha tickets for the costume that your class is going for, I would definitely try to get this then. If you're like a caster, for example, and you're maybe trying to slowly work towards getting a tier 3 Danelle for the buff, maybe, like, you know, just as an example, then, you know, this would be higher value for you. Even though this one is the most lowest value, this is the only one out of all of this right here that translates into Zenny directly. So I would probably get this one out of all of this. And then the next one, oh, you can choose from that. Okay, so now it's a choice between this guy and this guy right here. I think I would probably choose this one only because it's like if you get this and you don't get like a best pet, you do have progress, so that's good. But I think that if you get duplicate costumes from this one, it translates into refining materials directly, and it also gives you pity points that we found out in this version does carry over to the next gacha. So I think this is a lot more higher value, like to begin with, and then just like value-wise, I'd probably get this one over this one. And then the next one here is, I mean, this one versus this one. I think this one's like kind of like a no-brainer, no? Like that's 10 pet shards, right? That would help you probably like not have to summon another additional one just to tear something up. 200 diamond, you probably get these from like red packets every day. So this is how I would purchase this whole thing right here. 19.99. You got yourself a 1200 value versus 1000 neon value. I'd get the gacha ticket for sure. Next one is you should not be getting this one at all because like you should have been taking advantage of the melee event. This one is okay if you compound it with the previous one, right? It does help you in getting that next, you know, that tier 3 that you're looking for in like maybe Earth Lord or like Danelle for the buff. But I would have to say 10 time space feathers. This one's actually a pretty good deal. I would probably get this one. That's enough to like tear something up. Unless I'm in dire need of like shards, then this would be more high value for me. Just in general, I would always go for the feathers. Dimic, it's going to be a debate between this guy and then this guy right here. This one's out of the picture. If you want Dimics, you should have been taking advantage of the melee event. This one versus rare card album versus ultra rare card coupon. If you don't have a lot of access to this one, this becomes like pretty good. But the only thing is people do post these cards on the auction, so you can actually get these cards. But this one gives you an opportunity to, well, I mean, number one, it's guaranteed Zenny because it's a ultra rare card coupon from Wishing, and number two, it gives you a chance to get like a purple card. So I would probably choose this one over this one right here. But if you want this one, this is not bad as well. Like you can't really make a wrong decision between these two, especially if you need these cards because these cards can technically also translate to like resources, right? Like if you don't plan on using them, you could either sell them or you could dismantle them if you want. 49.99. Ooh, it's getting expensive, huh? Gacha ticket versus super pet coupon. I mean, this is 1200, this is 1500. You kind of have to pick and choose which one you want. If you value S pets more, I personally would not. I'd probably just get like the gacha ticket maybe, because like you know, if you're trying to stack these, or even if you're trying to summon, you also stack like pity for the next costume, so you can get the, you know, the costume that you want in the future guaranteed. I would probably get this one. And then this one, well, this is out of the picture already. If you've been collecting S pet shards for now, like why stop? It would make tearing up your pets, like S pets, a lot easier, especially if you're going for the buff. This one, not this one. So Enrich Iridicon versus Iridicon. So 10 versus 50. So like you think about it, it's like 20 times 50. That's 1,000 yans. Iridicon is, you know, 120 times 10, which is 1,200 yans, which makes you think that like Iridicon is more valuable in this in this regard, but you have to think about it. If you are already past plus 10 on your weapon and your accessories, this is actually not as much value as you think it is, because like you also have, remember, like you have to pay zenny just to combine these, and since 1 zenny equals 100, let's do the math. It takes 1,500. Let's say 120 divided by 5, right? 24. So now you have 24 times 1,500, which is you'd have to pay 3,600 zenny. So since zenny value is basically 1 yuan equals 100 zenny, you would end up paying 360 more yuans. So this ends up being a higher value. Is my math right? Bro, you have to realize I'm bad at math. So correct me if I'm wrong on that one, but that would make this one a lot more valuable. But at the same time, you can't really get this anywhere else. So if you're looking for a T3 S pet for the buff, which is honestly tier 3 Danelle is very worth it, I would get this one. I would get this one. And I would get the previous shards from this one as well, to try to expedite my my Danelle being tier 3 for the buff. And then I'd probably put CDR and tanky equipment on it so it would survive a lot longer. And I would not rely on it for damage, I would rely on it for the buff alone. That way it actually scales into the late game as a utility pet instead of an offensive pet. 100 fragments? I think I'd rather get this one. So my thing would look like this right here. It would probably be 20 enriched Iridicon. It's probably gonna get you like 1 tap, and then you'd have some extra. So I'd probably get this one. I'd probably get this one, and here I would probably get this one, just because like this one translates to zenny right away. If you get lucky, you get a lot of zenny. You get like a purple card. You probably get like a lot more than just 100. And even if you don't, it translates directly to the zenny that you can use however you please. So you have a lot more buying power with that one. This one is just like, you know, it's just for upgrading an existing purple already. But if you have zenny, you can technically just buy a cheap purple. So that's how I would do the 40.99. Now the 99.99 one, holy. So this is 2k, 2,000. So this is 2,000 yuans. This one is 15 times 120, which is 1,800 yuans. Never get this one. Red card coupon. This is 2,000. So, I mean, obviously from what we've been doing this whole time, if this is already lower value, this is equivalent value, this would be a no-brainer right here. I would 100% get the ultra rare card coupons. Oh god. This one again, it's 320 divided by 5 is 64. You have to spend a lot more zenny to get these 60 Iridicons. So if you need the Iridicon, get the Iridicon, enriched Iridicon, I mean, get the enriched Illinium. You know, that one's a no-brainer. But then you go into the debate of like more coins and time space optional feather. So let's try to calculate the value of these ones. So time space, so we know the value of these already. All right, like 60, obviously 60 times like, is it 50? 3,000. So let's go with more coins. So we have 600 times 5. That's 3,000. Same value, basically same value. Feathers is 40 times 60. So it's actually 2,400 yuan value. So it's lower value than the Mora coins, it's lower value than the Iridicon. The value of this increases the closer you get to a T3 Danelle or T3 Earthlord, for example. So you can't really put a direct value onto this one, because if this helps you, if getting all of these helps you get to T3 Danelle, for example, right, off the bat, then this becomes vastly more valuable than anything in here. Enriched Iridicon, I would get this one too. This would be my second choice. My third choice would be more coins, because more coins, obviously, like more coins just means that you have more opportunities to not just get like the yellow passive that you need, but you can also get the level ups for your enchants, which works out for you. This Titanium 3 will only allow you 1 reset for your low weight dual skill core, Dimic core. So I would not get this one. This is way too RNG, and a lot of the times you get a bad core versus a good one. Epic card fragment 200. I probably would not choose this one. I feel like 200. If this was 400, I probably would be like, yeah, let's get 400. Now a legendary versus a blessed weapon. Let's look at the value on this one. 2k. This is just 2k neon. This is just, you know, this is gonna be 20 times 90, 1800. This is more value, but it takes more. Legendary, you get about a 6,800 yuan value if you base it off of this for this whole thing, which would actually be cheaper than buying 99.99 worth of yuans, which would also get you these things as well. So it's I'd say it's a pretty good deal. While I'm here, all right, so for the people that are asking as well, it's like, yeah, are these all of these worth it? The quick and easy answer is yes, they're all worth it. When you think about it, Space Kitty back here, that's a golden costume, and those are pretty rare. Like you usually get those from gacha. So not only that, not only do you only pay about like probably like 1,500 or whatever, or maybe like 2,000 just to get this, but you also get all of these right here in the middle, which is regardless of like whatever result you get from getting like anything that you get in here before you get this guaranteed 50 tries, it's always gonna be more value than what you paid. So it's not really gacha in a way, in the sense that like it's a gamble between like, oh, you might get something good or bad. It's gacha in a way where it's like you don't really lose out, especially if you buy the whole thing. Same thing with this one, same results, and the same thing with this one as well. This is also the same thing. It's like mount swimming, like swimming duck. Like mounts range from like 2k to 4k. Add them to your mount depot for some extra stats, and then everything you get in here is also still really good. And these two, obviously 30%. These are all very good to get. So that's pretty much just it.